Well, howdy everyone. Cowy Average Sim Racer here. It is round 6 for Season 3 2025 for the Gen 3 Supercars here in iRacing. And we are at the Hockenheimring for this week's round. Now it's fully dry for both servers this week, so no rain component for this track guide. Dry only. But it is quite a fun track to drive, and it's actually one of those tracks where, you know, there's open spaces so you can make moves and pass and take advantage of other people's mistakes. As far as setup goes, I'm using the VRS setup, but again, there's this big tendency to have zero roll bars and allowing the car to really sort of use that weight transference, and it's probably a bit much for me. Starting to understand my own driving style, so I have stiffened the bars, but I've softened the suspension to try and sort of accommodate that and look after my tyres. One thing is about this place is we're in the sort of mid to high 30s with track temps. And there's a lot of tyre wear. We did SRW round 1 here last night. Unfortunately, my recording software played up, so I couldn't record it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so, but it is high tyre wear. You're looking about, you know, close to 3% a lap. All right, let's start the lap here. Staying in third, getting wide, but making sure you keep your tyres inside the track there, because there is a slowdown. And in some leagues, a penalty if you abuse it there. All right, braking just before the 100, about where the white line is. Back to fourth, and we're trying to get our left tyres on that inside blue curve there so you can carry speed through the kink. All right, braking just inside the 150, back to second. And again, try and lay apex this if you can. Come out mid-track, because then you can open out this here and really get on the gas. Well, I ran just a little bit too wide there. All right, coming down the long straight. Looking to brake as if there's an extra board maybe a little bit before it. Back to second. Get it turned in. You can maybe go back to first if you need it. You can see there the car really wants to bog down, so going back to first, it's easy to get wheel spin. A little lift. And then we're looking to brake just as the curving on the right starts. Back to second. It feels like you can brake deeper, but you really want to come out mid-track here, because this corner here is the important one. If you can open it out, you know, be able to carry more speed through and get on the gas harder for this little mini straight. All right, going back to fourth. Looking basically for the apex, trying to get up on it. Get on the gas. And braking just before the curving. Back to second. Get down in the groove. Stay down in it. Watch the car, it wants to flick out on you there. Little short shift to third, and then we're staying in third. Using the width, and again, it's all about throttle management through there. And there is a lap of the Hockenheimring. All right, let's try another one. You see that? I think as long as you stay on that first lot of curbing with your inside tyres, you're okay. If you go out past that, there's an off track. Well, that was a good corner. Car was perfect there for me. I can get back on the gas a bit harder. All right, so we're going to find a tenth or two there because I was able to get a good acceleration onto this straight. And again, that's what it's about in this car. It's all about the straights where the fast guys are quicker than us. All right, try and get it turned in. Yeah, nice and tight. So the car just bogged down me a little there, and I got a little bit of wheel spin. And that, I was maybe up a tenth or two, and then I gave it away. Again, it feels like you can go heaps deeper here, but really you want to get over to the left here as good as possible. Let's set up this part here. There's no off track there. This is quite a hard corner. Basically, I'm generally braking as soon as I can see it. But see there, you get it wrong. You run wide. And that's cost me, a second. Alright. Car wants to be light at that corner, so beware of it wanting to spin out on you. And here it's just all about throwing. You go too wide. That's not. See that? That's a cut. Because I went over that sausage curve. Alright, same thing here. Watch. We'll try and push this a little bit harder and show you where the cut is. But you'll see. If you turn a bit early, go out here. Okay, stay on the outside blue ones as well. And you can see there, it actually wasn't too slow, only less than a tenth. So I've still got pace to find there through that kink. But it is easy to get it wrong. Alright, but as usual, we'll bring this around and bring it into the pits. We'll have a look at the tyre wear and see how it's been with a couple of the changes that I've made. And there, okay, I could probably gone down to first. And that curving just cost me again. It's quite hard to get on the gas there. And maybe I might have to look at some adjustments to the rear of the car to get that sit a little bit better and give me a bit more power and grip out of there. See there, I've gone a little bit slow there through that section, and now I've compromised this, and you can see that at least cost me 3 or 4 tenths, despite it being a little bit offline. A bit better than the last attempt, but it's still a couple of tenths slower than what I've done. And very much, there's a couple of spots here where the camber really works for you, but you've got to make use of it. Alright, come around and look at the pits. Effectively, we're staying in third. The guy generally go back to second, so I can stay a bit tighter. Alright. Oh, don't go off track. And I'm basically using the brake as soon as the car gets past the, about a car length or two past the green tyres there. Obviously, because I got a bit of a slide on the grass there, I didn't quite have the speed.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
Alright guys, well there is a...
Left, 92%. Left rear, 91.
Okay, so that's a little bit better with my tyre wear than the SRW race last night, though it was a little bit hotter. So something to be aware of, that tyre wear will be an issue this week. But no weather to play with, that's 3 weeks in a row where I think we've had no weather on the horizon. If you are enjoying the content, please give me a like and subscribe out there, everyone. But thanks very much for watching once again. This is Cowy Sim Racer signing off, and we'll see you all next time. Cheers.